tell us a little bit about the...
Yeah, so Molly and I started Sewald Strikeouts for Kids 3 years ago when I was in Seattle. Part of the, I've reached a point in my career, it's time to really start to give back, and we loved everything that Seattle given us. We wanted to give back, and we started this thing where I give money for strikeout, every strikeout that I have during the season, to an organization that helps kids, because kids have been the center of our lives the last few years. So we found an organization in Seattle. Then when I got traded, there was a lot going on last year. We didn't move into an Arizona organization until this year. Talked to some of our Diamondbacks community service people that gave us a recommendation, and then I found from a couple of people that are locals here, had nothing but great things to say about Child Crisis. So we thought, okay, that's a good place to start. Why don't we go and take a tour? So Justin led us in a tour, and we thought it was just families that were very vulnerable due to abuse, and that's just the bare minimum of what they do. They give education to kids that really don't have that opportunity, right? Healthcare or childcare is so expensive now. Sometimes parents are more willing to just not have a job so they wouldn't have to pay for the childcare. So they can do school there. It's a safety net for all these kids that just need a safe place that they can call home, and that they know that they can get food, water, and just basic needs that we all take for granted. They have a great fostering program, so anyone who's been a part of the fostering program knows that is kind of a disaster, and our government does the very best that they can, but Child Crisis is going to do everything and more, go above and beyond to make sure that these kids are going to the proper families that are going to love them more than they could ever imagine. So it's endless, and I think that's what Molly and I took away more than anything. We came away thinking this was just an organization for families and kids that have been a part of abuse, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. And we were sold within about 10 minutes that this is who we wanted to partner with this year, and we're just so grateful to be in a position that we can give back to families, and I can't wait to strike out more people. I'm disappointed that my season got started a little bit slow, so I'm not racking up strikeouts, but we're hoping that we're going to rack some up throughout the year.
What's the most rewarding part of being associated with child services?
Man, I mean, we're just so new in the process. The biggest reward, I think, will be, so they're building a brand new campus, and Molly and I are going to be able to name part of the garden that's in the center of the campus, and that's going to be something that when I come back to Phoenix, if we stay here, or if I come back to Phoenix in 20 years and I can show my girls that this is what Molly and I decided was most important in our lives, I think that's going to be a really special moment.
You have a name for the garden yet?
It's just going to be the Sewald family. Just want to make sure that it's not about us, but just want to make sure that we have a spot where our girls can see, this is what we want to do in our lives.
As a dad yourself, how is this gonna maybe hit home for you too?
Yeah, I said the kid thing obviously is the center of our lives, and so that's really who we want to help. There's a million people that need extra help, and they need donations, and they need organizations like Child Crisis to help them. Unfortunately, we can't help everybody, but kids are the center focus of our lives, and so I think that's why it's the most important. And I just think about everything that Molly and I do for our girls. I just can't. It kills me to see that some of these families don't have all the resources that they can possibly have. So if I can do anything to help them, then I feel like that's necessary.
You mentioned how the Diamondbacks helped get you going with this particular charity. They got a really strong reputation in the Valley. Can you tell us a little bit more about that interaction and the support you're getting from the Diamondbacks?
No, it was incredible. So without saying, they have been absolutely instrumental in making sure that we could get this off the ground. We could find the people that we needed to talk to. The line of communication was extremely quick to try and make sure that we get this done. Just the fact that I asked them, I said, hey, can you give me 3 organizations you think would apply to what we've done in the past? And I got 5, and I got them within 24 hours, so we could try to get this going, so we can go to Child Crisis, we can see what it's all about to try and commit to this. This is, we don't take this lightly, that we're trying to make sure that we give our money where it's going to be used the most. So there's no offense to all these other organizations, but sometimes, my money wouldn't go as far. So it was just very important that they could get us in touch with them, they could get this going, they could get the website going, they could get these graphics, everything. I play baseball. I'm not savvy in anything else in life, so just very thankful for everybody on their part of D-backs to get back to make sure that we could get this off the ground and running, and we could get as many strikeouts as possible, get as many dollars donated as possible.
Now they're matching, is that correct?
That is, and it's just a credit to Ken and Derek and just the people that we have here, and that wasn't even an ask of mine. That was just simply that was part of the conversation, and I am forever grateful that they'll do that. And yeah, that was very touching when they said that they were going to match. That's very impressive and very thankful for them.
Obviously, you're locked in when you're on the mound, but when you do get a strikeout, does it go through your head at all? Like, oh man,
It started to in the last couple of years. I mean, I try to strike everybody out.
Sure.
That's what I try to do every single time. So there's a part of me with 2 strikes that gets a little disappointed when I don't get a strikeout, especially when I know it's going for kids. But we like to think of it as a win-win-win. So if you donate, you're not only helping kids, but you're helping the Diamondbacks and we're helping me. And so at this point, it's a win-win-win. Whatever anybody can donate is greatly appreciated.
Who first came up with the idea to tie it to strikeouts?
I'm not sure how we got there. It's hard. When I was thinking of the idea, I wasn't necessarily a closer, so it wasn't dedicated to saves or it wasn't designated to anything specific. And there's nothing exciting about donating for every ground ball you get. So it's more fun to donate per strikeout, I think. Thank you.